All right, what's on your mind?
All right. Well, a couple things. For one, age does matter as a woman, no doubt. However, you're kind of making a mountain out of a molehill as far as what that means for her being able to get a husband. Definitely. Okay. You're blowing it way out of proportion.
Well, let me find out here. How old are you, Kitty?
I'm 29.
Okay, then, Kitty, how in the world can you speak for that? You're only 29. You don't have enough experience to speak on this.
Well, for one, I've been married twice to two black men. I've actually been married.
That tells us a lot.
I've been married to two black men who were engineers.
Okay,
and I have experienced the gambit.
So you've had two failed marriages at 29.
Absolutely, yes.
At 20,
yes, I have.
You struck out twice at 29.
Absolutely, yes, I have. And that is a huge accomplishment, considering the fact that most black women, 70% will never be married ever in their lifetime. So I accomplished and failed twice at something that most black women will never do.
Is it an accomplishment if you got divorced? If you got divorced, is that really an accomplishment?
Absolutely. Because you know why? Because when you
what
value,
standard
for example,
is that?
if you value entrepreneurship, you're probably going to fail 5, 6, 10, you might even fail 20 times.
Right.
But if you value being an entrepreneur, it doesn't matter how many
Okay, but here's the problem, Kitty. Here's the problem.
It doesn't matter.
Kitty, you're not a success until you get to 21. Kitty, you are. If you fail at starting a business 3, 4, 5 times, you're not a success until you get to the 6th one. So those previous,
exactly.
You're exactly,
okay, you're
Kitty,
right. And I value.
I'm hosting my program. Kitty, I'm hosting my program. Let's not do that. You got some real bad.
I can't hear you. There might be a lag.
Amanda, you can hear me just fine. I can hear myself on Blog Talk. You hear me just fine. Let's not do that.
No, I'm saying there might be a lag on my phone. Is what I'm saying.
I've listened to it on the phone when you all call in. I listen to it before you all get on the line.
Okay.
It works just fine. Let's not do that. That's a real bad look for you. At 29, I can see why certain things have occurred. Let's not do that. Let's do better.
No, I don't have to hide away from you. I'm the right person to call this show.
Okay,
because you don't have anybody intelligent and someone that's confident enough to come after you.
You're giving your opinions on your failures at 29.
I can keep on going about the points, and I can deconstruct your argument.
Okay,
and I don't have to use any cuss
you
words.
cannot talk over the host, is what you can't do. You cannot do that. And you look real raggedy to be 29 and behaving like you're 59. That's not a good look. I'm just trying to bring your attention to the fact that you got a real raggedy look right now. You might want to take a moment to improve it because it looks real bad. You sound 29, and this is exactly the type of bitter attitude that me and the previous caller are referring to. You're 29, demonstrating why you're twice divorced. No man is going to sit there and
I'm not bitter. I want to get married again. I'll run down the aisle. I'm not bitter at all.
Okay.
I can't wait to get married again.
Okay. I imagine you can't.
When you're a woman that can get a man to provide and protect you, you're not bitter.
Kitty, the problem is you're eager to get married, but there are no men eager to marry you.
Exactly. No, there have been men.
No, ma'am. You said it right. You admitted it right the first time.
I've been married twice.
You admitted it right the first time.
I've been married twice.
You've been divorced twice.
Damn right. No.
Okay, thank you. No, you've been no. Say it correctly. Say it correctly.
One divorce.
Say it correctly. You have not been married twice. You have failed at marriage. You have 2 failed marriages.
You're absolutely right.
You have yet to prove that you can succeed at marriage.
Well, who knows? It might take
okay, we
10
do
marriages.
Know. We're looking at you right now.
If you're going to be that way, then tell all the entrepreneurs, listen, your second restaurant failed. You're not good enough to be an entrepreneur. Your dreams will never happen.
Ma'am. No, I'm saying that they cannot. No, you cannot
say.
You cannot claim that you're a successful entrepreneur until you actually succeed.
I didn't say I was successful.
Okay, no, then you cannot talk about what you're going to do, what you might be able to do in the future. We can only give you credit for what you've actually done. Not what you hope you can do.
And I said what I did. I had 2 divorces. I absolutely
we don't give entrepreneurs credit for what they hope to do. We give them credit for what they succeed at.
To have 2 divorces would imply that 2 men had to choose me out of every woman that they know. They had to stand before me and God and our family and friends, and they had to announce that they wanted to marry me.
And how that is? And how did that turn out?
I didn't get I didn't get left twice. I got divorced
Ma'am,
twice.
we judge you by results. What were the results of those marriages?
Yeah.
We judge you by results.
My relationships were legitimate relationships.
Okay, how did they end?
Divorce me.
How did they end? Okay, and how did they end up? Because we only judge results. How did it result out?
In divorce. Divorce.
Okay,
because
thank
unlike
you.
most black
and
women,
that's
if you want to
all
lay
that
with me
matters.
and you want to leave,
and
there's going to be paperwork
and
involved.
That's all that
there's
matters.
There's going to be paperwork involved if you want to leave me.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Thank you. Your results are all that matter. So you're talking about,
and furthermore,
you
when
don't
it
have
comes to
marriages,
the
you have
show,
failed
the
marriages.
The age thing is extremely dismissive to women. I want all the women in the audience to listen to what this man said.
Yes,
he's
listen
being
to
dismissive
what
your
I have to
power.
say.
What he's saying is,
okay, Kitty,
is that
Kitty,
you don't have any sexual
I'm going to try this one last
valuability.
time. Kitty, do not talk over the host again. That is the last time I'm going to tell you to not bring ghetto centricity here. Do not do that. You are a horrible, ma'am, you are a horrible, despicable example of femininity.
My mother has a master's degree,
and
sir.
that matters what?
Her master's,
I know a lot of hood rats with master's degrees. I never
grew up in the hood, and I'm not a hood
rat,
sir.
I know plenty of dumb women with master's degrees. So what?
Well, my IQ is 140, sir.
Ma'am,
tested in the 4th grade. I've never been stupid. Nothing that comes out my mouth is stupid because I'm not.
I can't see it.
Nothing that comes out my mouth is stupid because I'm not.
You sound very, ma'am, you sound very,
and it will sound
you sound very masculine and very unfeminine. Now that's not up for debate. Do you have children?
I'm living off of my first husband. You want to know something?
Okay, do you have children?
A man and you get a man to invest in, you can do things like that.
Do you have
you won't look
Kitty,
old when you're 35
Kitty,
years old.
Do you have children?
When I turn 40 years old, I'm going to look dumb popping, yes.
Kitty, do you have Kitty, where are your children?
Yeah.
Where are your children?
I don't have children. And you as a lawyer, weren't you a lawyer? Why would you ask me a question like that? You had a leading question. You're assuming I have children.
I didn't assume. I asked you if you do. You don't listen very well.
But you asked me a question. How many children do you have? You as a lawyer should not ask me a question like that. How many crack rocks do you have, sir? Come on, how does that sound? Who said I had children?
Okay, Kitty.
You're assuming.
Kitty, are you and I?
One.
Okay. Oh, you
I
have
one
child.
So
she now.
And I had that child before I married any of my husbands.
So
I got
she's a baby.
With a child.
So she's
and
a baby mama.
They can do it too.
Let me turn her sound down. She's a baby mama who claimed she got married twice and got left twice. So first she tried to act like she didn't have any children. Now she's admitting it. And by the way, you hear her attitude. You hear how boorish she is. You hear how loud she is. You hear how belligerent she is. You can very clearly see why at 29, she's got that PTSD where she's angry, she's upset, she's mad, she's belligerent, she's got an attitude, she is bitter as hell. At 29, she doesn't sound soft, she doesn't sound feminine, she sounds like some dudes you got into it at the liquor store, but then again, she's got Ciroc, which means she likes cheap, nasty liquor. But that just tells you that's the type of female she is. The cheap, nasty chicks, this is where they end up at. So she's trying to tell us all that she has an IQ, and if you don't stop lying on my phone, my mama has a master's degree. Okay, that's even if that were true, which is not. But even if it were, it's your mom's degree. You're supposed to be a grown woman. You're out here in the world attempting to impress other people by bragging on a degree that isn't even yours. That's what happens when you have no accomplishments of your own. You start trying to brag on stuff that other people got. I'm living off my first husband. First of all, if you don't quit lying, you are a pathological, chemically induced liar. But even if that were true, these fantasies you're weaving is pathetic because you're not bragging on anything you got. You're bragging on stuff that other people got and claiming that you have proximity to it. So somebody needs to give you credit for proximity. And that's not the way that this works. We judge people based on results. We judge people based on progress. We judge people based on accomplishments. And you don't actually have any. I'm sitting here looking at what are your accomplishments, and your accomplishment is becoming a baby mama, and today you're nobody's wife. You are still a baby mama. And by the way, she's still yelling.
We do that. Why is it when women give birth, they get to stay home? How come I have to provide for her? How come when women get young, they can have...
And understand something. I turned your volume down. I turned it right back up again. Yes, this is the amount of emotional instability that you will encounter when you realize you screwed up your life at an early age. And because you are uncoachable, you kind of get stuck there.
Support for me. I'm giving you every reason why you need to meet all these standards for a marriage I'm not even going to ask you for.
And this is your brain on drugs.
Why do I have to provide for a woman? Why do I have...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your brain on drugs.
For herself. Why do I have to be the one to accept her when she's old? Why should I take care of an old woman? Why does an old woman have any value? She doesn't have bouncy titties. She's not young anymore. What does an old woman have?
Yeah. Nutty as she can be. Can you find the chick who got divorced, the baby mama who got left twice?
That's what value she has. Don't you ever say that. Because if you do what you're supposed to do, you marry a woman and stay with her for the rest of your life, you're going to be married to a 66-year-old woman, you weak ass. How dare you? What are you going to say to your wife that's been there with you and raised your kids for 50 fucking years? You going to look at her and tell her, what worse do you have? Yeah, that's what most of you do. And you leave them after they have your fucking kids and be there for you. And you still don't fucking marry them. How dare you?
Why in the
How
world?
fucking dare you?
Why are you
Watch
so
your mouth.
emotional?
You're not going to sit here and dismiss women. You're not going to do it in front of me. I don't give a fuck how raggedy women out there. I don't give a fuck how raggedy they are. Because guess what? Women want marriage. And if you niggas told women, if you stop doing this, I will not marry you, I bet you they would stop.
But you're
Why
not
do you think
worthy.
they have butt breaking and slavery? Why do you think they have butt breaking and slavery and not woman breaking?
But
Because
you're not
women,
worthy of being a wife. You had two men revoked your marriage license.
Breaking, not woman breaking. You lead by example. If you want women to stop being raggedy, you lead by example. Give them incentives. Why don't you tell these women you're going to marry them if they act right? And they fucking will. Because women are doing everything else to get a wedding ring. They all get good pussy and doing everything else to try to get married. So I guarantee you, if you niggas offer marriage for them to act right, I guarantee you, watch your mouth. Watch your fucking mouth.
Oh man, that was sad, wasn't it? Oh, that was just plain old sad. When women age out, they go nuts. They go crazy. They go out of their minds. They go bonkers. When you realize that the last train has left and you are nobody's preferred option, this is what occurs.